Welcome back to the Island Line. With the D-stop trains with slant doors. Ready? Bang! Da, 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 da. Oh, back from the district now. Our last team hours here. I was on the very first day that these trains ever existed.
The next station is Ryde. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Just take off the way, just keep it as platform. Love it, boys. Half the tracks back. Morons. Moron. Oh. Ready? Oh my god. A hovercraft? That's why. I have to kind of check if it stops at Smallbrook, and if it doesn't, just pass through. Well, because it has to have a 30-minute frequency back and forth. So it passes Smallbrook to keep the 30-minute frequency.
Today and tomorrow, because like I say, they've got the split. I think they've got
The next station is Ryde to John's Road. Please mind the gap between the train and the platform.
Hey, there's another one.
Ryde to John's Road. This train
Tech.
is for Junction. The next station is Smallbrook Junction.
Oh, there we are.
Between
All over the garden grass.
There's another one. Oh, look, braiding, I think it is. Oh.
Next morning, though,
No, that one's Southeast London. Pretty cool. But the whole on I like it.
next morning,
So, alright. So when do I tick off Ashley? It's just off
I don't
Smallbrook.
know until we get the timetable from the Steve event.
Well,
And, you know, we provide the steam train and then I'll be looking around the event. So you can provide on the steam train from
go back to Smallbrook and then I catch again the other way.
You can do.
Rather a loud long horn.
The next station is Smallbrook Junction.
Oh, I want to do something that feels like the district line. Come on, district line. I want to do something with that. There you go. Hey, I'm sort of looking at you all day and I'm like, what's he dressed as?
I told her not to come here to buy tickets because my son's in receipt of disability. No, it's whatever it's called. And obviously he's had it since birth, so I haven't got the original letter. Yeah, my son's got it. Yes, I am. Sorry?
I need to show when you get home.
Yes.
Plenty of time.
Is this the end of the line?
Yep.
Oh,
Used to connect to Ryde Pier ahead, but no it doesn't.
It's leaned out, put something on the
Do these carriages have marks? What mark are they?
Pardon?
What mark carriages are they?
I have no idea.
Okay,
They're what we call the four-wheelers.
okay, fair enough.
Are we going to go in first class or third?
First class.
Nine.
And there.
Sheringham.
Sheringham
Steam.
line. Have you done that one?
I've done the Sheringham line.
Was there one there?
Is that a Henry's
Yeah, it's a
railway?
steam train.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's right on the seafront. It's lovely. It's beautiful at Sheringham.
We haven't. So we haven't done.
Passing Ashley Station, which is annoying, but anyway, I'll come back. No, we'll come back and do
We've gone
it.
out as far as Skegness, but we haven't gone up further, so we haven't done the Norfolk Lowestoft, all of that. Action on the sea.
Yes.
But Sherry's
For
Sheringham.
It's
Yeah.
Okay, I'll look
That's
into
in,
that.
that's in Norfolk, but they've got their train
Does it
station
go up to
and
Holt?
the...
Does it go as far as Holt's got one as well? North.
Hang on. What side will Ashley be on? That side or that side?
What?
Ashley will be on that side or that side?
I don't know, I've never done it before.
Give you another. Yeah.
Do you know, I actually made a map of the steam railway and the island line
Because they do have.
of it when it was connected to Ryde ahead and all the way down to Cowes.
Yeah.
Do
But
a,
I could be asked to go down to Cowes. I just did an arrow and continue to
and that's
Cowes.
overall.
But then I did the beaching acts where I did the whole thing grey, as in it closed. I put brackets around it saying word closed.
So
And then,
sometimes it's just a holiday for years.
And then
But if there is
I
90
redid it up again. I went back to the first one,
planning it so that I'm
cut it
like, this
off.
is Mummy's day.
where the crossover was to ride my head down to here, down the steam railway. I sort of blacked out one bit and then joined it up to make a single track, put in Smallbrook Junction and carried it upwards. That's the island line. And I just carried the steam
Sally
railway.
Scallion. Do you remember Sally Smith?
Right.
Who was one of our girls at school. One of our pupils at
I
school.
didn't even do Ashley.
Sister.
I had two
And there was
bucks, so I
Lindsay.
only got one.
And
It
she
moved
dresses
slightly
90.
further.
Yeah.
So she's the same age as my
So
aunt. So she's
when we go
14.
past, we'll probably see the old crossover, the old platform.
So I've got 40s, 50s,
Is that a guide or a
but I've
timetable?
also got some 60s dresses. But my
We started there.
everyday walk
Hang on a minute.
is lovely. So I'll
Got a couple of tunnels to go under first.
Yeah, there used to be two. Well, there was another one with two platforms with a passing loop. And then that closed and moved slightly to the east. One platform,
This is a
I
old
think.
suspension.
That's what Wikipedia says. Right.
I've done this for years on this line.
Well, when we pass Ashley, we'll keep an eye out. We'll keep an eye out for the old one. Well, that's according to Wikipedia. There was another one for some reason.
Because you just look old anyway. You don't know, you look very young. So are you getting off at this one and have a look around? So we're going to get off at Hayden Street, have a look
Oh,
around
we should be going there because we announced the day stop there.
Oh,
Forgot about that. Yes.
so does that mean you're getting off too?
Yes.
So I'll probably do a
Well, I
ride
could
up
go
down
with
with you and then I'll say, I'll meet you something.
Can't see you. Where are you? There you are.
I mean,
Well,
One more.
is it Ashley and then another tunnel? Is it a tunnel then Ashley?
There's never tunnel in Ashley.
Oh, okay. Put my phone down.
Not so long ago, he went up to London when they were opening the long way to Elizabeth line.
Yes.
He went up to London by himself, and then he went, and guess what, Mummy? And I was like, what? And he went, I went on the underground. I was like, oh, okay.
I've always wanted to do it.
And what did you think?
Be careful.
I just treated it like shopping because to me, I think if anyone goes on the underground big sales ever, they will know when Ashley because I'm talking to these people. I kind of just treated it like shopping because anyone that goes on the underground themselves are quite lost.
Yeah.
But to me, I'm like, the Northern Lights that way, then the North seems good.
Yeah. Off we
I think
go.
I did the whole thing in reverse.
Oh, brilliant.
I think the next one I'll be doing myself, well, I'm planning to do every single one.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Might as well.
The next one is the Piccadilly line.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm going to be going on the overground to Calderwood Road and Bath.
Lovely. That sounds very nice.
I know, I'm trying to do the overground announcements. And then I'm walking to Calderwood Road.
Yeah.
I can do the I can do all the 11 tube lines announcements.
Yeah.
Probably not the Waterloo City because it only goes back and forth and it has really no time to have the announcements.
Yeah.
So do you do the please mind the gap?
I was just ready to say that. You do mind the gap.
Mind the gap.
Hang on a minute.
Please mind the gap.
You do?
Well, I can also do tram lines as well.
Yeah, but the ladies will ask you for the mind the
No,
gap
it's
one.
hard.
Yeah. Because that's
What's
what you
the
got in
mind
mind.
Please mind the gap.
No, hang on. The gap to the train on the platform. It says Paddington.
Yeah.
This is the Hammersmith City Line train to Birmingham. New station. I'm not really doing that.
They have just passed it.
Right.
Oh, you missed it.
Well, at least I captured it.
At least you got it.
Yeah, it was a little potty shed, mate. It was a little
So put him along there somewhere. There should be the other action.
That's according to Wikipedia.
honestly, when you buy the planes, it's like it's military operations. It's like I wrote down the times of planes, I think we need to be more.
Well,
The most
you're facing the right way, so you'll be able to see it.
when we went to Wales, we ticked off 8 stations.
What was?
Amazing.
I don't know, that's according to Wikipedia, there was another Ashley station. But then there was Ashley
But
Race
it's weird because it was very much into trains, and then it's like suddenly steam trains, and then it's like trams, and then it's like buses, and like it's
Yeah,
like
but only one
broadened
time.
my vintage events now.
Yeah, we can go here and there.
Yeah, we can.
No, not at all. It's just usually. That's why I should never even take these off.
I am for
Yeah.
So my face, it's like this side of my nostril and my face and my head. Well, I've had it for a few days now, but it's sinus now as a result of this.
Sorry,
So my eyes get itchy.
And that's why I did rub it. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
Just once you rub, that's it.
That's right. So my eyes get itchy, but it's on the nose. And then when this sinus gets put down, it goes right in the eyes.
Oh, it's horrible.
Anyway, for some reason I just hate the trams. I think ever since they put in the trams,
Yes.
I hated them ever since.
Yeah.
And then after that, a few years ago, I started to like trams.
What buses have you been? Have you been on the London buses?
The only buses I love is the Reading buses, and that's it.
Is she what buses?
The bendy buses.
Oh, the ones that take buses.
Yeah.
The only buses I love.
We've been on Boris buses, you probably don't remember. But
That was worse if we went through the tunnel.
we have been on Boris buses in London. We've done those.
So,
That was what we used to get on all the time.
yeah.
We had no choice. Double decker or nothing. We didn't have bendy buses. Yeah. Used to go and get buy your red bus rover and off you go.
Anywhere you like.
Anywhere you like for the day. Anywhere you like.
Joe, should we get off back up?
It's like you're bouncing around more now.
Have a strange line.
Do you remember on the 1938 station, you bounce up and down really easily?
Yeah.
That was so much fun.
Once we're seated, yeah, absolutely.
But then the island line still in it. I put in smooth track and non-bumpy track. I put a new upside
Right,
diesel
do you want to
train.
get off here or do you want to carry on down to the end and then come back and then you've done it? Or do you want to get off and look around? It's after the advert.
Sweet Park's not due till 4 o'clock, is it?
The what?
Sweet Park.
Oh, is it 4 o'clock?
Going slow.
So we had at Lowestoft, we had
Jolly
the
Bus Museum there.
we had the airmen and everything last weekend. We had the military,
Oh.
everything. So we had the Spitfire down on the seafront.
Oh, that's
Shoes
Yeah, it
off
was
if you
lovely.
like
And we
it
had
slow.
the Chelsea pensioner who won Britain's Got Talent?
Oh, yeah,
Colin
yeah,
Pepper.
yeah,
Colin
yeah.
Pepper?
Yes.
Yeah, he was singing.
Right.
Yeah, it was really lovely.
What are we doing? Are we staying on?
I'm going to stay on and then come back.
And then
Yeah.
Have a quick look
They
into.
are.
let's all stay on then.
Are
And
you
then
all staying on?
We're all staying on,
That's
darling,
right,
and then
then.
we're coming back. You're going to stay here then?
It's like coach trip, isn't it? We're staying on.
we're all staying on.
It's
We've done
like,
the Swanage steam
also,
train.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's a lovely one.
Done
That's Pauline.
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 Plain.
I'll tell you another thing
But I
I did.
answer to P.
She answers
Everybody
to
at
P.
school,
Everybody
when I
calls
went
her
to
little
school,
P.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
No, just
they're just
P,
very,
please,
very lazy teachers.
Yeah.
Just calling to
Me, I'll tell you another thing I did myself.
Tell me.
I went to Britain's Museum myself.
Did you? Well
Mum couldn't
done.
make it. I was like, well, I can.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes. There's not that many buses there, but I did meet my friend for a day. It was Stephen. I was like, wherever you're going, mate, I'll go.
Oh, oh, lovely. Well
And I was
done.
talking to him while he took a selfie and so on. On the open top
Brilliant.
double-decker bus.
Oh, we could have got off there anyway.
No, it's not.
No, you'd have seen me running along.
No, you pressed the bell.
It's
Didn't stop. Didn't
No.
stop.
Nobody pressed the bell.
Do you know, every time I'm on a train that has windows like this, I feel like every time we go past, I feel like I don't want to high five people.
Yeah.
High five as we go past. But I don't think you're allowed to do
No,
that.
I don't think you are.
But I really want
It
to.
does say don't lean out the window, so don't do
No,
the
well,
Wi-Fi
you've got
out the
the
window.
No, Terry used to work with us and she's moved to the island. She's been here 4 years. And Joe and myself, we see each other more on the mainland. Joe's in Suffolk, I'm in Essex.
That's
And
right.
so we came over in 2019, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then COVID obviously stopped us. We tried to come, we would like to come over and see. Terry comes over to us as well on the mainland. But of course
What's your
COVID
name?
stopped all that for
I
quite
was
a
going to say, what a lovely
while.
name you've got.
Are you Terry?
Yeah.
Are you an IE or a Y?
Right.
She's an IE, she's Teresa.
It's normally I for women and white for men.
Yeah.
Terry with a name. I used to have a person on my old bus when I moved
Did they
house.
really, Terry?
It was Warren.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, the
There's a
female is
Teresa.
I and I is.
Yeah.
Terry's nice.
So you
Joe's in
I
Suffolk,
live
she's
in
in
Suffolk.
Beccles.
That's how I know about the train.
you don't do Airbnb, do you?
No, darling. Sorry. My little 2 up, 2 down, stop picking up. Oh, you'll go, oh, is this it? Yeah. Oh, bless. No, but we've got some lovely places. There are lovely places. Round my house or Pakefield.
Okay.
No, it's not. But if you want to go like as far as Sheridan,
Well,
but
typically,
you have a lot. Yeah.
what I intend to do is find a base that's within walking distance of the train station, and then say, okay, so that will go up there, down there, that, you know.
So do you drive to your base or do you even get there by train?
Most of the time we go on the train to
Where
you going? Yeah.
but when we go up to Grantham and stay at French, she lives in a little village outside of Grantham, so I drive up.
Yeah.
So then I can drive my car from hers to the station.
I've seen them. Well, I mean, in the summer I
That's where I
spent
saw
with my
them.
son and grandchildren at an Airbnb in Hunstanton, and that's North Norfolk, and there's loads around there. There's so many to choose from. So have a look around there.
Yeah, 'cause
Hunstanton.
that's a bit further up from Sheridan.
Yeah. So Roma.
I'm writing on the back of your bank statement.
He's got no money, so it doesn't matter.
C-R-O-N-E-R.
Yeah.
Hunstanton.
Yeah, Hunstanton.
Is it right on the envelope, not on the front like the posting?
So when we did Kent Midway, we found an Airbnb that was in Maidstone.
Maidstone.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that.
Yeah, so that's what you've got to look at. Yeah.
So you know we'd be all over the place.
Yeah.
From that base.
Yeah.
So that's
Where do you live in
I'm in a village next on the south coast.
Right.
So it's
You're not far from me, man.
River Hamble. So if
you
you look
live?
at River Hamble, you've got Hamble
Oh,
one side.
yeah.
And
You want to say the
yeah.
railway station,
Yeah.
now it's gone.
Yeah.
But
So
me-
Building's still
me-
there,
but it's still there.
and
But
then our
no
little
railway
train
line.
station is a
one time, me and Dad were
So
dropping
going
off
on the
my
train,
sister
we'll
in
get
Gosport.
And then
but also today I've driven up to the train
Sorry.
station and then. So
One time,
it depends.
my sister, well,
like
my
I say,
sister
we
was
don't
getting
stay
dropped
for
off
trains,
somewhere
and I
in
give her
Gosport,
money, but she's not
and me and Dad were
everything.
driving
Yeah,
back.
you put this
My
up.
dad pointed
Yeah.
out Gosport railway station. We stopped and looked at it.
Nice.
Oh yeah, no.
Hang on, is the Elizabeth line a tube line?
No.
Zone 9.
You see,
It's the longest.
a lot of people think it's a tube line because it runs underground. It doesn't. It's a national rail line.
Because it goes all the way up to
And
Reading.
then we got to the end of it and they said, right, okay, the team that came
Nah,
third,
don't
team
you
came
start.
third is the winner because there was our team and another team that would join third. And they said, okay, we'll have a tiebreaker. I said, right. So earlier on we asked you which was the longest railway line on
Tube
London Underground, and the answer was Piccadilly. The team that guesses.
Go to Heathrow Airport
So
all the
the
way
question is how many
Heathrow and
stations
Reading, all the way through the central
the team that
section,
guesses the closest
Shenfield and Abbey Wood.
wins the prize. And I went, yes, Lord. It's about 6. So then we actually write it down on a bit of paper, hand it in. And so we said, oh, so-and-so team says 25.
Ha!
So-and-so team says 60. Of course, the other team laughed because I said 60. And how many is it?
53.
53.
Thanks, Jack. Honestly, you said Piccadilly though.
So, and they said the actual answer is 53. This team won. I'm like,
Ah, there you go.
Thanks, Jack.
oh, damn.
But I'll tell you two, guess what my friend's favourite tube station is on the Piccadilly line? Cockfosters.
Cockfosters.
Yeah, don't ask me why.
It's a beer.
Cock.
Yeah, Cockfosters is a beer. There you go then.
Yeah.
No, just because I
Yeah.
Good word, isn't
Must be the Fosters. It's alright, it's fine.
One time we were doing my 75th subscriber special, anyway. He ruined it for me.
Oh.
He said to me, I want to go above ground class, and I went, okay, we're going to London overground, because you want to go above ground. Oh, so I want to go on the overground. So he wanted, I think he also, it's not so loud now, he wanted to go up to Cockfosters, his favourite goddamn tube station. And then on the way back, you can clearly find it on my channel, you can hear him complaining about he wants to go to Heathrow. Because the Piccadilly line, Pick line did go on was going to Heathrow.
Okay.
Next up, Heathrow. No, please, no!
Going to Heathrow.
No,
Too far.
it's about an hour or so away.
Yeah.
I've seen on YouTube, it's too far away. And he said to me in the video, buy a drink. No! I don't come bowling then. No! Then I kind of said in the description there, you can hear Charlie persuading me to go to
Or not.
I've never been. I will soon go at some point,
Yeah,
Charlie.
but not today.
It's not from the Cockfosters, the north part of the Piccadilly. And then we went, okay, well, let's square then. Well, I haven't made Ruby.
Another memory, Terry. Another memory.
But we're doing like 300 some specials. So
When we've got back together.
Sorry?
We
don't see.
see each other. When we see each other. Oh, sorry,
I
yeah.
said to him, do you want to go on the train or
Well, we
the
don't
tram?
see each other.
Tram. I've never been on the tram.
Yeah.
Don't see them.
And then we
I
just
said you have to tap
straight back
in
into it.
and tap out.
When we work
If you don't, you'll be charged the maximum fare.
Together.
Yes, you did. Yeah,
I
all
think
at the
that's
same
why
primary school. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my gosh, you just tap in. On
I
the
used to
track.
live at
I work in the NHS.
so you get off at Walking
So you know what goes on.
you go through Blackwell Station.
Been a school governor
Did you
now.
want to drive on the 66?
16
Oh,
years.
no,
So you see the change in
darling.
the budget, didn't it? Yeah, so I was at Main Street for 2 years.
I've always
And then
wanted
they
to go to
staked it
67
in.
still.
And he
But
made
then when we're in London,
places
and the City Fellow, in 2009, they were still running. But we were only walking everywhere, we never used the tube.
and then a vacancy came
Yeah,
up.
no,
and
Until
exactly.
2014.
And I
By then we were going 67, and the age
and they were like, you know, it's voluntary, and I said, yes.
So it probably was because I was only
Amazing. It was amazing all the time.
We won't go back that
And I was only going to do 4 years.
I'm
Still there. I've moved around school, but I'm still at school.
After I went there,
One of the ladies who's on my team,
yeah, that's where I used to get the same train from.
said, I need
Through
to
to
appeal against the
Midland
city.
or wherever.
And I said, I'm a school governor.
Around that way.
do you call it
He wants some
Holborn or
advice on
Holborn?
what to call it, because obviously you're going to hold
And it has no E, but Holborn.
I spent about an hour with her going through policies, saying
Not
what she needs
Holborn,
to
it's
follow.
Holborn.
She was like, thank you so
But-
much. You've got so much knowledge.
Here we go.
You know. Absolutely.
Yay.
Seems to get slower.
What goes down there then? There's a track there.
That's just main.
Yeah, I think it is the main
Oh.
isn't it?
Oh, okay. Oh no, it's a train story as opposed to
That
a
is
toy
lovely.
story.
If you go in there,
Oh.
that's where they use the carriages as homes. Yeah, because Pier and I looked here before, so go and have a look. It's really good.
What you can? Yes,
They've
you can
actually
hide
changed
them out.
the whole carriage into a home.
And you can hide them out, can't you?
Yeah.
I think I know certainly.
Where's this 90? No, where's this 1938
Rail
stuff?
packages or
Yeah.
issues rail stations to Airbnb and stuff.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Over there.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you can go and have a look. It tells you all about the history
I haven't
of
got a
trains.
platform this side.
One of the things you used to miss on the 1938 stock. It's mind the gap, please, here. Ever wondered where the 1938 stock went? To the steam railway on the Isle of Wight. This is 007, Jess Harper.
Like many parts of the country, the 1963 Beeching Report proposed closing the remaining railways on the island. But the ferry to Ryde was the main route to the island, and the railway provided connections to the main towns. In 1965, after considerable opposition, the Minister of Transport ruled that the train service should be retained between Ryde and Shanklin and the line electrified. When Ryde to Shanklin opened in 1864, it had brand new trains, but subsequently, second-hand ones from the mainland have been used, and this continued with electrification. Although the island's railways were standard gauge, some bridges were too low and narrow for most mainland trains. Building a small number of new trains to fit was too expensive. So London tube trains, which had been withdrawn from the Piccadilly line, were chosen. 44 tube cars were overhauled, and some seats were removed to provide luggage space. After test runs on the mainland, each car was shipped to the island on board the Portsmouth to Fishbourne vehicle ferry. The first car arrived on the island on the 1st of September 1966 and was soon sent on a gauging run, hauled by our locomotive, Calborn.
Welcome to the old stop.
When the conversion work was complete, testing on the line to Shanklin began, and the railway reopened on the 20th of March 1967. The trains were formed so that they could be operated either as 4 or 7 car sets. Initially the service was hourly, but this increased during the summer, especially on Saturdays, when most holidaymakers travelled to and from the island, when there were trains every 12 minutes. The staff at Ryde Works, where the trains were maintained, were inventive and found ingenious ways to keep these 40-year-old trains working. To prevent ice from forming on the conductor rail and enable trains to run in frosty weather, They even converted a spare driver's cab to spray de-icing fluid using scrap materials. It cost them a £5. The trains had been designed to run in the tube tunnels in London and could be cold and drafty on winter days on the island. The drivers were even issued with thermal long johns to help keep them warm. Improvements were made to the trains over the years, and they were at one stage repainted in British Railways blue and grey intercity livery. Rather a misnomer, as the island has no cities. The trains gave sterling service, but as the years passed, demand reduced. And so, as some of the cars became life expired, they were cannibalised to keep others running. In 1988, Network South East, which now operated the island's railway, decided that replacement trains were needed. The cost-effective option was again selected, and more tube cars made redundant by London Underground were purchased. These trains had been introduced in 1938, and when retired from the Northern Line, were only a few years younger than the ones they would replace. 18 cars were thoroughly overhauled and modernised at Eastleigh Works, and looked very smart in the Network South East livery. The first train was shipped to the island in summer 1989, entering service in May 1990. Network South East continued to improve the island line. It opened a new station at Lake in 1987 and another at Smallbrook Junction in 1991 to connect with the steam railway, and the train service increased to a 20-minute frequency throughout the year. In 1996, the island line was privatised. Despite the best efforts of Ryde Works staff to keep the 80-year-old trains running, the number of usable trains reduced. In 2019, the Department of Transport agreed to fund a route modernisation, which included new trains. On the 3rd of January 2021, this train was withdrawn. The new trains were built using retired 1978 District Line cars, benefiting from aluminium bodies.
I don't like how
After they were withdrawn in 2017, Viva Rail developed a method of reusing the original body with new wheels and equipment.
Well, you just
The
leave
trains
the
have been
doors
fitted out to
alone.
modern standards, including USB sockets and digital information systems. The 5 two-car trains are able to run singly or in pairs. Track alterations have been made in order to run a 30-minute interval service.
No more bouncy track.
Because the new trains are bigger than the ones they replace, tracks have been lowered under some bridges and platform heights raised.
You can come on the early one. Running late.
So what's your opinion on the class 701?
I'm kind of indifferent to them. I've never been on them before.
Neither have I. People at my volunteering work said to them, have you been on one yet? No. Well, how do you like them? How do you not like them? Just don't. They replaced the 455, the 456, 707s. They were going to replace the 458s, but they were sad. No, not sadly. What's the other word to sad? Happily saved, that's it. But I just don't like them at all.
I've only seen one of them in my life, so I don't really know. I don't really have much of an opinion on them.
You, me, and my friend Yowie, and probably all the other people that are friends with Yowie, all hate them.
Yeah.
So, but the 707s, clump. And every time I see one, I'm like, Southeastern, take care of them.
Yeah.
Don't drive them madly because they're only just a few years old with us. How can they enter service 3 days before Southeast trains ended? Could you not build them earlier? And they entered service with SWT on 17th of August 2017, and I keep wondering, what were they doing that day? I could have gone on them. To Reading, I think they wanted to go to. I don't know. But I am actually in the process of making a video of the Class 701s. It's titled Bad News. Bad news, mind the gap, please. And I go, oh, full stop. What? And then you expect what the next words are going to be. It's not on the title, but it's bad news, mind the gap, please. What? Oh. But it starts with the background of the South Western Railway dark livery, not the white, greyish, whatever it is livery. It says bad news what? But it's bad news what from Top Gear. And it goes, bad news what? The Dacia Sandero, it's delayed. Oh no! But what I did is I actually cut out the word it's a Dacia Sandero. It's. So when you watch it, hopefully on YouTube when the trains are in service, and then there'll be an entirely new set of videos for them when they're in service, but they're being tested at the moment.
So I'm guessing you post these to YouTube, right?
Yes, I do.
Where's your YouTube?
Mind the gap, please.
Is that your channel name?
Yes.
Search it.
Oh, you get a new
Yes, finally. 303, finally. Got it, I haven't had one for ages.
Charlie's got it.
No, he hasn't. He's got Twitter though.
Oh, he's got Twitter. Oh, well, then you can join up on Twitter.
I don't know if he's got a YouTube channel. You'd have to filter me by channels.
Is it this one here?
Yes, it is.
Right.
Thanks. Subscribe, yeah.
Yeah, 1303 now.
Yay! Oh my God, finally. But anyway, it starts with bad news, and Jeremy goes, what? And then it's the diagram on, you know, Wikipedia or Wiki. There's a diagram of the Class 701, and I put underneath it as a scrolling sort of cinema. It's I don't know what the theme is, but it's known as cinema. It sort of flashes the words up and then disappears, rather than brings it up, disappears, or I don't know, just sort of moves itself across the screen and disappears. But it says SWR have introduced trains from Tesco Express. Apparently that's what Yowie said. I was like, oh thanks Yowie, I'll say that. And it's the theme of, well, SB737 was making How to Fall a Troll or something like that on Minecraft. I don't know, anyway, and it's him going down a ravine, no, it's full of water, what should you call it? What's that thing called, full of water? Waterfall, that. What do I think of ravine? I didn't know. A waterfall, and it goes, dun, dun, dun. So I just recorded that. So it's like, oh God, these 701s, you have something happening. And then it says, and then in Southeastern livery, the blue, dark blue livery, it's delayed. And then Jeremy goes, oh no. But then I put some words up saying about the 707s. And it says, anyway, the Class 701, 707s. Because you know on top there it goes, oh, the Dacia Sandero, it's coming soon. Right, anyway. But it doesn't tell any more facts about it if you know Top Gear. So I just did that, and then it starts off with me running through my station after getting my train tickets. I don't know where I was going, but anyway. I said, Yowie, it's the plastic train. Because everyone called it that then.
Yeah.
This might even be uploaded to YouTube, which it probably will. Because we're on a steam train and it's bumping along and rocking itself along. My video is very bumpy.
Yeah,
I'm sure I'll get comments going, it's bumpy, bumpy. Sorry.
let me just change the suspension on the coaches to make it better for you.
Huh?
I said, let me just change the suspension on the coaches just in the video.
Yeah, but I don't want to get comments. Anyway. That's horse racing riding. I don't know, it's boring. I wonder where Ashley Racecourse used to branch off. It's in that direction, the racecourse. Well, not to Wikipedia. But in 2025, my channel will be 10 years old. Oh God. That was the longest tunnel ever. I've watched a lot of Network Rail videos, and every time the train whistles at these orange men, they raise their hands and get above their head. I've known that ever since. I'm like, oh.
I used to do that all the time a few years ago.
It's not that, it's above your head. So I've learnt my friend Charlie and my friend Rachel to do that. Anyone that likes trains, every time someone whistles above your head. But yeah, anyway, in 2025, my channel will become 10 years old.
Really?
And I might change it to something else, which I don't know why, but I haven't really thought of any other name.
Yeah.
But anyway, the background of Stratford and so on, with the train arriving, that will all change.
Yeah, okay.
It needs a new logo, it needs a new background, it just needs new everything.
Yeah, fair enough.
But with my Twitter, at MTGP2015, that's me, I'll have 40 followers by then. Blimey. On that, because I went on the Elizabeth line, it's got, the logo is me and Matt from Thames Link Minor Gap announcements. Matt Stratford, who does Minor Gap train. Yeah, that.
Yeah, okay.
I've met him, I was like, right, before you go anywhere. And then the top banner is the Elizabeth line. That won't change, I don't think. Unless I go on something else, then it will change. But Minor Gap is just needs changing. Probably to the gap in the train. I'll probably photo the gap at Waterloo. Like, mind the gap. I did think changing the name to just Mind the Gap, but there's a whole of other thinking channels called Mind the Gap, so every time I say to people, subscribe to Mind the Gap, please, all they say is, oh, what, Mind the Gap? I'm like, no, please. There is, what's that word where you say, please? Manners, I can't remember. What's that thing called?
Yeah, it's polite, manners.
No, it's called something, it'll soon come to me. It's got manners at the end, not the word manners, but there's a word at the end that you need to type in, so. But then when people type in my name, it comes up with a list of videos. You can't find me unless you go through filters. What I should call myself in 2025 is, Mind Gap please, filter me by channels.
Yeah.
That'll be quite a long name.
Yeah, put it in the channel description or something.
Unless I just shorten it to MTGP, filter me, filter by chat, I don't know. Anyway, as an instruction to how to find me. I should do that actually. Take off Mind Gap please and just shorten it to MTGP, filter by channels.
The thing is, if you put that on the channel itself, then people won't see that until they actually find the channel.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah. Just trying to find other ways to find me easily.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyway, do you have Twitter?
I do, yes.
MTGP 2015, that's me.
Right, I'll look you up later then when I have a moment. Ellie got any?
What are you again? On Twitter?
Chasso17, CHASSO17.
Okay, well if you follow me, I can follow.
Yeah, I'll follow.
Yeah. Imagine the 938 stop, just trying to get up.
Yeah, you have a ladder or something.
Yeah. Yes. Nah.
So my ticket only takes me from here. That's right. I'm fine. Yeah, my ticket only takes me from here.
There's one chair behind you.
Okay. I didn't realise you wanted a video. I thought there was something there.
Well, I kind of did, but it's manual, so.
Yeah. Just come in and out.
Hey!
Yeah, you missed it. I don't know why we didn't time it up.
That's what 6 o'clock came
All the way down there. My ticket only takes me from there.
No, it feels like right. So it takes 22 minutes to get in. So the fast cap rides at 17:37,
Yeah.
and our train is at 18:23. So we've got an hour's wait.
Well, it's fine to me.
Or we get the quarter to 5 crossing, mate. Instead of the quarter to 6 crossing instead of the 5:15 one. So if you wanted to, we could get off at Ryde Ryde Escalade and have a walk around Ryde for a bit.
What time frame will this pick?
Well, the thing is, if we get the 5:15 ferry, so we take this train all the way to Ryde Pier then, right, then and get that ferry across, we'd have to wait an hour at Portsmouth Harbour.
So if we get the quarter, whatever it is.
If we get the 5:45 one, then we'd only have 15-minute wait for the ferry.
That's alright then.
But so we can wander around
Yeah.
Ryde, but
Yeah.
we'd have to get off at the next one.
Yes.
Is that what you want to do?
Yes, I actually want to video the train going down the pier because that's what I did with the last one.
Okay, so we get off the next one then, sweetheart. Yeah?
This is Ryde to John Road.
That's what I don't like about these trains. Girls.
Well,
Just check it's running.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's saying it's on time, 17:45. Yeah? So we'll have about 3 quarters of an hour in Ryde.
is that what you put Tom for?
Yeah.
And you can't go any earlier?
I don't know, it's 1 or 5:15 she was saying.
You want to try that one?
You'll have about an hour's. You'll have about an hour's wait at Portsmouth Harbour if you get the past ferry, whatever it is.
You're going to catch the train then, isn't it? Wait,
And if you go and get the ferry that we're getting, you'll only have 15 minutes at Portsmouth Harbour.
We live in Portsmouth.
Yeah, we live in Portsmouth.
Oh,
Is there a cat at 5:15? You say?
Yeah, 5:15.
Yeah, because we are booked on 5:45, but
Are you?
I think we can go on the earlier one.
I don't think it makes any difference.
No.
Yeah, there's a train at 17:23, 17:33, and then it's
Wanna go down?
18:23. So there's 10 minutes.
Go straight down.
Saves us time.
Yeah, yeah, go on the 5:15 then.
Then you got to wait 50 minutes for the next one.
Just need to take the pump as well. It's so low down.
Is it not fair? To use any script. Test the script on and it's not fair. You can do speed version of 5 miles an hour.
Because
Ryde escalated, marks the gap between the trains and the platform.
Or it's about 5 minutes difference.
I think when the train slowly comes in, then I probably force that. That's another thing we need to do when it comes back. I don't know. Oh my God. Honest to goddamn ask God. Right. All the way down Ryde, Pier. Oh yeah. Sorry, carry on. Can you stop whistling for me?
Can't whistle.
Do that.
I don't need to.
Yes, you will. Just do it. Oh, I bloody missed you. Get the next one.
Yeah. You get the hovercraft name.
There we go. Bye, amazing train.